Yeah. Go with Mama, please, so I can actually. All right, I'm just gonna start it. Yo, what's up, guys? Good to see you. Thanks for making it here. Appreciate it. 2 Cent just got her eyes on. She's now organizing the house. She's shutting the blinds, making it as dark as she could make it in here.
The sun's gonna set, so it's going to get dark.
Yeah, so let's make it dark now, as fast as we can.
So that I don't have to get up during the stream.
Oh, God forbid they see us in the dark.
We're gonna start off like this?
We always start off like this. Hola, Alvaro. ¿Qué pasa? Kino Kid. What's up, Kino Kid? Denise. That's what she said in Vegas. LA Shadow. Jason, what's up? Coach Mo. Pool Noodle. What scumbags? Truly, what? Dirt. What does dirt mean? Why would we be scumbags for selling masks? We're not selling masks. We're selling beautiful designs. We're improving people's faces, Pool Noodle. Pennies, what's up, Bobby G? Awesome to see you, Bobby G. Mahi Mahi. We got somebody from the UK. I saw it earlier. Yeah, we got some UK people, which is awesome. Jano, how's it going? Yeah, Bruno's producing the show right now.
Green light. So it's hot, doesn't have to B-I-T-C-H.
Oh, God. Heavy D, L&D, Cinnamon. Jonathan's on top of everything, Cinnamon. It would be hard pressed to beat Jonathan. Gangsta. Gibbs. We haven't seen Gibbs in a while. Mr. First Troll. Yeah, but that was fun. Yeah, there was a troll, Pool Noodle or something like that. That were scumbags for selling masks. God forbid people have better looking faces. Hey, Vegas Best Ideas. We just saw your video today. It was awesome.
Scumbags for selling masks. God damn it.
What's up, Ace? Ryan Olsen. Kara's Creek. Check out Kara's channel. Vegas Tips and Tricks is here. Does 2 Cent know why we're here? That's the big question.
I don't know why we're here.
Do you even know what we're doing?
I know what we're doing. We are reviewing someone's video about Vegas.
That's really big. Ace of Vegas is here.
We're gonna watch a Jello Productions video.
We're
not
watching their video. Jello Productions has put together a nice little compact list of 21 things that casinos can do in order to open up again. So instead of me printing something out, I basically took snippets of his video where he talks about the 21 things, and we'll go over them, we'll discuss them, we'll see what somebody with OCD thinks about. No, watching his video.
Filters caught
Filters
what?
caught that one. I don't know.
What happened, Gibbs? Hi, Gibbs.
Another troll.
Hi, everybody.
Dude, you guys know we made it once we get trolls.
Why was there another troll?
I don't know. I didn't even see it. It is fun. We made it once we got the troll. You know, I don't know. I'm not gonna say. Do you? Oh, do I ever? Where did I put it? Ah,
What? I don't get it.
that's because you don't know about Jello Productions.
Oh,
I got them ready.
I got it now. Okay, I'm missing like the whole chat. Sorry, guys.
Gibbs, what's up?
I was like night timing the house. Do you guys do that? Like where
Sunshine.
shutters have to be shut, lights have to be turned on.
You got a topher. We got a topher. I wanted to have a piece of tofu. Literally, like just mold a piece of tofu and call it tofu. But we don't eat tofu, and it would have been a waste of tofu. You do?
I mean, we don't have it in the
Oh, then
house.
we could have got some tofu. Hogs, Joey Short Pants, what's up? What is this called again?
It's
Luponic Distortion,
Distortion,
IPA. Luponic Distortion IPA.
Oops, sorry.
This is how did, dude?
Face.
Mahi Mahi, you
No,
should
I
get some
didn't.
kind of prize because you were able to figure out that this is lamb chop with no head. Toker instead of topher.
Yeah, see, Gibbs says, yep. Have to go put a trap over the container garden. Freeze warning tonight. See,
That's
this
amazing.
house would not be
It's
maintained
hot.
if it wasn't for me.
It's hot over
Ryan
here.
Olsen says smoked tofu is
Tofu
good.
is good.
Ah,
Wow.
I've never tried smoked tofu.
Bruno is like taking tofu.
This is lamb chop.
11 a.m. Tony.
All right, what's up, Tony? I'm glad you can make it. I'm glad it's early enough in Australia. Hi, Coco. Who's drinking? This one's drinking. I'm having the sugar-free Red Balls. Who else is drinking? Kino Kid, Bruno's lady. Bruno's lady lives next door, but Bruno doesn't have a lady. He's not allowed to.
Oh, poor Bruno.
I'm the only lady in his life.
I feel bad for Bruno, PJ,
Why PJ?
Epic Esquire. Who else?
Tofu's great, says Jason. I can't speak. Sorry. All right, guys, so let's get this started.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Well, then I got to get in my outfit.
Denise, I need all the caffeine I can get to deal with this one. Vegas, babe, but Crystal's drinking for sure. Ace of Vegas is drinking Voodoo Ranger IPA, okay. Eric Lawrence on call weekend, no drinking. Boo. You're such an idiot. I saw the helmet sitting on the side over here, and I didn't realize what he was
Why
gonna
the
do with
helmet?
it.
Why the helmet?
Safety?
Well, that's part of it.
Head into Vegas safely? I don't know.
Are we ready to? Hold on, I gotta share the screen. Yeah.
I don't know why he's wearing a helmet, guys. I really don't know.
There's a theme. Why is it two of these?
No idea what the theme is.
Oh,
Hey, from Victoria, BC.
Victoria,
I have
BC.
been to Victoria, and it is beautiful. I love it there. It is so beautiful. So many flowers. Andrew Alexa, welcome.
What's happening?
I don't know what's happening, Coach Mo. I have no
She has no clue.
what's
She's
going
probably
on.
going to yell at me when she sees the...
Martin Taylor's drinking White Claw. Ay, ay, ay. Dumb and Dumber, says LA Shadow. I agree. I still don't understand why you're wearing this helmet.
Where's Nick? Nick had to go? Why did he say bye, Nick?
He said bat. Oh, I don't know. Because you're not paying attention to the chat.
I can't. You were here. I was putting my helmet on. Can't stay. Just saying hi, leaving. I'll be back depending on... Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. We'll see you later, Sin City. Penny's is here.
Come,
Mahi,
come.
Mahi. Okay, hello everybody. I overheard Hog saying hi to everybody. If we've missed anybody, hello, welcome. Got 73 people in the chat.
Awesome. Give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, click the thumbs up if you'd like. We'd appreciate it.
Ace Vegas.
All right.
Check out Ace's channel. He
Let's
had
get
a great
started.
video.
Let's get started before
Okay.
we lose people.
All right, sorry. There's a reason for the helmet. So this is what we're doing. We're going over the casino reopening guidelines, 21 guidelines outlined by Jello Productions.
Eric says, always good to use protection on a Friday night. Look out, 2 cents.
From this one. So this is the reason for my helmet. Ready? 2 cent might hit me on this one. Huh? Helicopter theme? We're in the helicopter?
Why are we in a helicopter?
Because he has giant headphones and
You're
a big
an idiot.
microphone, and it looks like he's flying a helicopter. Well, that's a.
Roy from Siegfried and Roy just died.
Oh,
That's the notification.
You ruined my
that
damn joke.
I'm so sorry, but that just popped up on the screen and I had to read it, guys.
I'm trying to make a good joke, and Roy dies.
Sorry, guys. It's Vegas related, and it just popped up on our screen. So does anybody else see that on their phones? I thought you were.
What did Roy
channeling
die
it.
of?
I don't know. I mean,
I wore the damn helmet because he's got those giant headphones and a big mouth. Looks like the first thought I had in my mind was he was flying a helicopter.
Josh Videos finds it hilarious.
Thank you, Josh Ray. I put some effort into that setup.
Keno says he died of COVID.
What? Well, this bums me out. Okay, let's take the helmet off.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Anasta says, yay, 2 cent interrupts Hog for once. I'm sorry, it caught me by surprise.
This was supposed to be fun, and now everybody's bummed.
Roy ruined your joke. Sorry, and I didn't mean that in his news. Says he is rumored to have died. Okay. Am I spreading rumors? You think?
Probably.
Someone needs to look this up. I'm sensing Hawk.
Yeah, Ace.
A net in the backyard.
What?
I wish, Maki, I'd blow him out of here.
Dude, I would totally do that.
Him out of here
I would totally do the cannon.
Neighbor's yard.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
All right, Ace is on it. He's gonna.
Ace is gonna find out. Ace is a fact checker.
He brings the facts.
Siegfried.
He brings the truth.
Wait, somebody said poor Siegfried, but I thought it was Roy. Oh, poor Siegfried because he's left alone.
Yeah. So PJ's
maybe Roy and Roy.
PJ's famed Siegfried and Roy is rumored to have died in Las Vegas. Roy Horn was 75. The cause of death is unconfirmed.
Yeah.
But the performer contacted COVID-19 was reportedly recovering.
This is every time we do a live stream. The other one was Kobe.
That's right.
Now Roy. Everybody dies during our live streams.
We probably shouldn't have live streams.
This is not good, guys. It was supposed to be a fun night.
Ellen the Adventure says, wow, they were just on TV a couple of weeks ago. It's true. May he rest in peace.
Ah.
Wow. Yeah. What's up, Movestro? Yeah. Yes. Poor Siegfried because he's left alone.
Yeah.
I mean, just, yeah.
How old were they? Does it say?
No, I don't know. What's up, Hidden?
Hey, Hidden Jackpots.
All right, I'm sorry to have sprung that on you like I did. It's just, I was reading comments and then it like blocked the comments.
Look.
Yes, from Corona, according to Wikipedia. Oh,
that's amazing. How did he?
No one's immune.
Oops, but was he out? Oh, Ace confirmed he tested positive.
Yeah.
April 28th.
We just lost. I mean, I know it's not
75.
We know it's not a big number to like those of you that live in bigger cities like New York or wherever, but we just lost 7 people in one day yesterday. To us, that's crazy.
It is very crazy. It's very like there's so much happening so fast. Like, you know, we need to get people back to work, but then you look at things going up and then it's like, what orders are for your city. Like, do you wear the mask? Do you not wear the mask? Can you go out? Are stores open? Everything's different for everywhere,
And
it's
as
all
it should
jumbled
be.
as, you know.
As it should be. I mean, Texas is a large state, just like New York, and just like the governor of New York has said. Northern New York, you know, is going through, you know, a different situation than you know, Manhattan or whatever. You know what I mean? Because or the Bronx or the 5 boroughs, just because there's just there's more people in a concentrated area, and it's just going to spread faster and affect more people. And I mean, we're in far west Texas, you know, we're nowhere near Dallas or Houston where there's more, you know, higher numbers of people passing and just higher numbers of people confirmed. But still, it's like our numbers are rising; they're not going down. So,
if you haven't clicked a thumbs up, click a thumbs up real quick if you can, please. 84. We got to get that algorithm. Our channel's really not one of the ones that pops up for everybody. So
Gibb says I'm choosing to wear a mask when I go out.
Yeah.
My choice, and I feel okay about it. So do we.
Yeah.
We wear it anytime we step out of the house, except for when we walk the dog.
Yeah.
But
if we're not going to be around anybody.
Yeah. But when we go to the store or anywhere, we put the mask on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I like wearing masks.
What did Kelly say? The local prison 20 miles from me announced 780 of the 1,140 inmates tested positive this week. Yeah,
Wow.
we have a local jail here too, that a bunch of people, and a psychiatric ward here in our city.
I mean, if they're isolated from everybody, they don't allow visitors.
The workers, maybe it was a worker.
Dude, test. I guess.
I don't know. You could be asymptomatic. You don't know.
You shouldn't let the workers go out. I don't know.
This wasn't going to be about this.
Okay, yeah.
So it's
back on track.
I mean, it ties in to what we're going to be discussing, because it's affecting Vegas, right? It has affected Vegas and our ability to go and, you know, vacation there and have fun there. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
And then just real quick, Martin Taylor says Northern California is most definitely not open tonight. Won't be for a while.
All right.
Mask still mandatory in Maryland. See, and that's the thing. And then here, I guess it's like stores determine.
Okay. It's mandated in our city. It's mandated. But because of the Governor Abbott's lift on it, the city can't fine anybody or jail anybody because they're not wearing a mask, but it's mandated. I don't know how that makes sense, but the mask, it's up to the businesses to allow people to come in with or without a mask. They're leaving it up to businesses.
Way to bring it back to the fun, Ryan. Love that. Dude, that just gave me an idea for a new mask design.
Hello, Janice.
Thanks, Ryan.
Hi, Steve. All right.
Yeah, and a light bulb. Got an idea. Okay, are we going? Yes. Are we going?
I'm waiting for you.
So
you're running the show.
There goes the whole helicopter theme. Yeah, I just did it because I thought it was funny that everybody's wearing these headphones nowadays with these giant mics. It looks like, in my mind, the first thing that popped into my mind, he's in a helicopter. Sorry, I'm a 5-year-old. Okay, let's go over number 1. First of all, check it out. He's burning tophers. He's sacrificing tophers in a fire. That's pretty scary. And one of them ate another one. That's freakish. Let's go. Number 1.
First, the first change that's going to be required is that all casinos will be required to create and implement a COVID-19 prevention plan.
Okay.
Okay.
So, step number 1.
A plan.
They've got to have a plan for COVID. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Not a big deal.
I'm on board with that.
I'm on board with that.
Okay.
Next.
This one is prior to reopening, casinos will be required to clean and disinfect all hard and soft surfaces in accordance with the guidance published by the CDC. So essentially they have to do, even though they've been closed, nobody's been there, they're going to have to do a deep cleaning of the whole casino.
What do you think of that, Miss OCD?
That's perfect. They were pretty consistent with the cleaning right before the shutdown, right? I think the governor had ordered the machines be cleaned every 2 hours. Anytime we were in any of the casinos, there was always staff, custodial staff cleaning. They were always cleaning. So I felt a lot safer in those casinos than I did back at home, because even the cleaning crew that come and would clean the rooms or whatever, they wore masks and gloves. And any food restaurant place that was open, they were wearing masks and gloves. And here in our city, when we left for Vegas, they weren't doing any of that. Coming back, they still weren't doing any of that. So yeah, I felt a lot safer in the casino than I did back here at my local Walmart.
Yeah. So, and that's also been going on Twitter. It's been going around on Twitter. Part of the idea is right when the casinos open will be the cleanest time that you could go, is like right when they open, because they're going to have to go through these steps to reopen it.
Well,
then again, it just takes one person.
Click on Coco's comment, because I agree with her. So Coco says deep cleaning, as soon as an infected asymptomatic person touches something, it's over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
Yep. It just takes one person. They say, like minimum they can infect about 6 people if, and that's like in their neighborhood or whatever, their daily life.
That's why I always depend on myself to kind of keep, like when we were in Vegas this last time, you don't see it in our vlogs much, but I was wiping down machines.
Dude,
we were wearing gloves.
Can we stay away from the negative? God,
Sadly, Steve from Blue's Clues died years ago.
Yeah, everyone's dying.
That was years ago.
I know, but this live stream is full of death.
Can I finish
my
point?
Finish your point.
What was my point? What was I saying?
Wait, or did he?
Wait, what was I saying?
That even though they clean, it could still get messed up, and you're very OCD about it.
That's not what I was saying. What was I saying?
I just summed it up.
No, what was I saying?
That was it.
I was saying that you don't see the cleaning that we were doing around ourselves on our recent vlogs. Like I busted out with the wipes and even wiped down the edge of the blackjack table, the seats. So, I mean, if you're going to head back to Vegas immediately as soon as it opens, I recommend you take an arsenal of cleaning stuff, because to go back to Coco's point, it just takes one asymptomatic person to touch something immediately after it's cleaned. Unless they use microban. I've been using that stuff, and it says that it kills anything that touches that surface that you've cleaned with that stuff for up to 24 hours.
Thanks for bringing it back to positive, Jonathan. Steve didn't die.
All right. I feel like we're all over the place.
I'm going to put the helmet back on. Definitely. Okay, everyone, that's not true. Steve's alive. Okay, let's keep going. God damn it, no more deaths. Nobody die while we're doing this live stream, please. So number 2, done. Let's go to number 3.
So they're going to have to do training. The Nevada Gaming Control Board says that casinos will have to ensure employees are adequately trained on 1, proper cleaning and disinfecting procedures, and 2, how to prevent the spread of infectious diseases, including things like social distancing, hand washing, and not spreading germs at work. And they also go on to say all training shall be provided in Spanish and English.
Okay, that's good. So the employees should all be uniform, like they should all know proper procedures for cleaning, from staying away from each other, blah, 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 blah. Do they go on smoke breaks?
I'm sure they will. SNS SWAT says, it is what it is. Either we stay in hiding till a vaccine or you accept the risk. It's scary, but hopefully herd immunity helps.
Yeah.
It is scary. One of the 7 that died in our city yesterday was in their 40s, and it was the first person that has died that was in their 40s. Everybody else has been in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or whatever, older. But,
it's cleaning the handle.
What?
Jonathan, he stares at his neighbors while he's cleaning the handle.
Okay.
It's a great idea, Jonathan. I might have to get that on film.
Sorry, Jonathan. I wasn't
was
focused
hilarious.
on what you said because I was in the middle of something.
Finish.
No, I wasn't finished. I need quarantine to be over ASAP.
I miss Pat Morita. Yeah.
Mm.
God damn it. Death again.
All right.
So this is good. Mutual training. Well, everyone knows, everyone's trained on how to clean, how to social distance. Again, at work, are they staying away from each other? Especially since they haven't seen each other in a while. Would that be possible for employees to socially distance even though they're back at work? What happens during break time? Yeah.
Well, okay, think about it. We had to go back to work for a couple of hours to close out and grab our personal belongings from our classroom. And we had to do it in by departments. So we had the afternoon shift on this past Monday, and we ran into our colleagues and we maintained a distance, but we still spoke to each other. It was just natural.
Yeah.
You haven't seen each other for a while. You're going to want to say, hey, what's up? How is everything? Is everyone in your family all right? But we did manage to do it at a distance. But I don't know. Hog better put that helmet back on.
I think I need to put the helmet. I try to get quick, straight to the point, and let's go on to the next thing. That's all. Number 4.
Fourth thing that will be required for Las Vegas casinos to reopen is signage. The Gaming Control Board will be requiring casinos to post signage throughout the property, reminding employees and patrons of hygiene, including proper hand washing, how to cover up coughs and sneezes, and to avoid touching their faces. They're also requiring casinos to place signs wherever there's going to be a line or a queue to remind guests in that line or queue to socially distance and to mark approximately 6 feet.
So pretty much standard what you see at stores right now.
Okay, but think about now are the casinos going to be revamping the way the casino floor layout? Because I know that there's going to be, social distancing between slot machines, and then apparently rumor is that the casinos can only open up at a certain percentage capacity wise. So you're going to have people kind of lining up for a slot machine. Is there a time limit that you're going to be on a slot machine? And if there's a queue for a certain slot machine, how much farther back are you going to run into another machine? You know what I mean?
They're going to be like, we were there in March. They're going to be like how they were with us. They made the people trying to just stand and watch move along.
That was table games, though.
They're going to probably do the same. We haven't got to the number, but I know there's a number. You'll see. Which, I mean, again, like Coco's saying, no one at their Walmart is distancing. This is going to have to be something that's universal. Let's get everybody back to work. Let's just make sure everybody follows the goddamn rules. Yeah. Let's do it.
We go, when we have to go grocery shopping, we see people ignoring the one-way signage. They're going the opposite in an aisle where they're supposed to be going a different direction, and it pisses us off because they're not paying attention to the signage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know what though? He says that the training for employees is going to be both English and Spanish, but how many people visit from all over the world that speak different languages?
Yeah, but they're talking about employees.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm saying signage for
for
people.
The signage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the borders aren't going to be open, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
So this is probably just going to be people in the States.
All right.
The slot pools, I'm predicting we're going to have to do them virtually. So it's going to be a while before we can actually do a slot pull. That's why we posted that video of St. Patty's Day. We were saying it's pretty much the last group of people you're going to see around a slot with Matt Bridger and everything for a while, because they're not going to let you congregate around a slot anytime soon.
Hi, Rebecca. She says hello from Oklahoma.
So we're going to welcome. Hello. Please subscribe if you haven't already. 96 people. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's a record for us by ourselves.
Okay, so I see Daniel Steele had a good question. He says, "Are you guys even able to travel from state to state if it's non-essential?"
That's a good
That's a good question. So in Texas, at least in our city, if we do travel, like let's say we always travel to Vegas in a car, right? We always drive to Vegas for the most part. If you do travel and it's non-essential, right? It doesn't matter. If you travel, when you come back, you have to self-quarantine for 14 days. Now, we were just watching I'm not going to mention the name of the channel, but they were commenting on someone that recently traveled to a casino. Trying to leave names out. And he was basically saying, okay, did this person even read the state's guidelines when he traveled to that state? So you also have to keep in mind the other state that you're visiting, their guidelines. So in that specific state, it says anybody traveling into our state needs to self-quarantine for 14 days. So your trip might not be 14 days. Like, we do have to take that into consideration.
That's why I put this, Jonathan. Again, you get me.
Wait,
Saw
what?
the
Did I miss
headphones.
something?
That's why I put this. Never mind. Yeah. Oops. I get it. You got to quarantine. Again, we're gonna wing it. We're supposed to go in June. We don't know if we can go. If we have to quarantine when we get to Nevada for 14 days before we hit up a casino, then there's no way we're gonna go. Yeah, we can't do it. I mean, we have no problem quarantining when we get home.
Unless there's a CEO of a casino out there that's watching right now that wants to put us up for 14 days for free.
I was on the phone with somebody last night.
Lorraine Miller says, Wisconsin, Minnesota, we travel freely. Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to see.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to see.
Callie says California's
how it
to
is in June.
lockdown tonight at midnight, she heard.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It just depends. Different states are going through different scenarios right now, different situations.
So yeah, I was on the phone with Richard Wilk last night, and we were talking for a while, like about an hour. And we're totally going to go in June if we can. But if we're not allowed to, we're going to follow the rules.
Yeah,
we're not
going to break rules.
We're not going to break any rules, and we'll stay home. If we have to quarantine, we got to just end up staying home and just not go.
I mean, we have no problem quarantining at home upon our return. The problem is, what are Nevada's guidelines going to be for travelers traveling in?
Yeah. But if we do happen to go, Richard's gonna make our vlogs that much better. It's gonna be awesome. And check out his channel. Just a little plug. Check out Richard Wilk's YouTube channel. He's gonna start posting things very shortly, and it's gonna be really, really cool. Really interesting stuff to watch. So be on the lookout for that.
Kino Kid said, did you all see the rumored M Life Properties opening dates? Some were 2021.
Yeah, so also Aria, right? But those are not confirmed, and nobody can find anything anywhere. Priority number one for us, we again, talking to Richard Wilk, we will have a place to stay. That's one place. The D, also the plaza. If Jonathan opens at the plaza, we'll be there. I mean, and that's where, you guys know, we love those areas. Like, that's pretty much all we bounce between. Our little Golden corner. Gate, the D, the plaza, totally fine with that. Not going to be bummed if that's the case.
El Cortez, Main Street.
Yeah.
That would be cool, but I don't know. You guys really won't see our true colors until Vegas actually opens. And then what the guidelines are to see we're really gonna
too many rumors.
Go.
We got to just see what's happening. Again, we were there in March. None of us got sick. We all took precautions, didn't touch our face. We'll be extra careful if we do go. And mainly we want to show stuff for the people that can't go. We want to show what it would be like that way, because I know a lot of like people like us, you're thinking about, should I spend my money and go right now? Are you a big time gambler? Is it worth your while to go during these times? Are you going to find the games that you want to play? Is it just going to be worth it or not worth it? Again, there's two of us. It's a lot harder for two of us to hit up a blackjack table now because the limit is 3 people. So one of us would have to wait, and the other person can't wait behind us. They won't let you. So they're going to have to walk away, go somewhere else, do their own thing. So it's going to be, that's why we want to go. We want to film whatever we can and see if it's worthwhile for other people to go.
So Mahi, yes, that's a good point. That's why I said you'd have to depend on yourself to also keep your surroundings as clean as possible if you're going to take that risk and go. Like if we went to Vegas, like I've mentioned it before, I'd feel safer going back immediately as soon as it opens, rather than in October, when there might be a second wave, or when people become more lax and aren't as careful, which that includes employees of casinos, when we went in March, when people were scared to travel, and shit was hitting the fan. But I felt, like I mentioned it, I felt safer at the casino than I did going to my local Walmart or takeout place or whatever.
I was telling Toussaint I would like to make a video for you guys. Take the camera out here in El Paso and just shoot what we notice in the streets, like who's doing what, like to protect themselves or not protect themselves, or just little things that we notice that people might be doing that might put us at risk, just to see if we can capture that. Because I really had that feeling the last time we went in March to Vegas that they were taking it a lot more serious than they were here. It seems like they were just more clean. Everything seemed cleaner.
And then considering that Hog and I,
especially in the service industry.
Right. And considering that Hog and I travel to Vegas because, well, number one, because we love it and we love gambling, but also we have the channel and we want to bring Vegas to you guys who can't go as often as we do. If we went immediately as soon as it opens, we have to consider, okay, do we want to do this so that, because maybe there's a lot of you guys that love Vegas but are not going to go. You've made up your mind. You're not going to go anytime soon, but you're still curious to see what's going on. And hopefully if we do decide to go and vlog what's going on, you can maybe kind of get a better sense as to how things are running over there.
I heard no mask in Vegas. I haven't heard that. Even the facial recognition
it's been brought up in discussion.
You can easily take your mask off, show your player's card, show your whatever ID, and then put it back on. So I've heard other things. That it's up to your discretion.
You're supposed to wash your hands before and after you put your mask on. So are they gonna?
There's no way that I don't think they'll stop you from wearing a mask. As long as you identify yourself, you should be okay. But again, maybe you're right. Maybe you.
What's up, Joy Short Pants? First of all, many people have had the virus and are now immune and don't even know it. They estimate 22% of people in New York, for example, are.
We need the antibody test.
We definitely
would be really nice.
We were in Vegas in January. At least a month, at least a good month after this outbreak. How many people traveled from that area where it broke out to Vegas in a matter of a month? Especially, well, I know a couple of our friends went in February, and the Chinese New Year is in like that month, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Am I correct? Chinese New Year? How many people traveled to Vegas for that? Who knows? Who knows who's been exposed to it? There was a news story that someone died of it, possibly died of it in November. Who knows? All right.
Yeah, this is a good point. Half the people wearing masks aren't even wearing it correctly. Or then they touch their face and move it around. And yeah. Okay, let's go on to the next thing before we get. I think this is the next one. Is this 5?
Fourth thing that will be
Oh, no.
required
We did
for
4.
Las Vegas casinos to reopen
We did 4.
Did we?
I'm pretty sure. Wait, let me see. Sorry.
is signage. The
Yeah,
Yeah,
gaming
we did.
we did 4.
Okay,
Fifth
moving
thing.
on.
Moving on. Sorry.
is they will be required to tell employees to stay home if they do not feel well, and to contact a supervisor or manager if they notice a coworker or patron experiencing symptoms associated with COVID-19, such as coughing, shortness of breath, or other flu-like symptoms. So this is not just you have to stay home if you're not well, but it's if you notice another employee who's not well, you need to report it. And if
I
you
heard you
notice a
cough.
guest in the casino who's not well, then you have to report it too.
So this is like every day at the Hog and Tuesday household with this one. If you sneeze or cough, you're getting the stare from her right away. What's wrong? Do you feel well? How come you're coughing?
But listen to me.
Ugh.
Listen, this was,
So imagine at work.
I was doing this way before COVID.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so it's just me being me.
Mhm.
Okay, it's just me being nurturing and making sure he's not sick. Okay, can't help it. My dog sneezes, I worry. All right. Okay.
So imagine at work, employees. But again, I mean, it kind of goes with our job. We have students that show up sick and ill because they don't have anybody to watch them at home, or their parents don't want them to stay home. So
yeah, like,
company people need money, and they want to just go to work and cover up, hey, I don't feel so well, or it's an allergy. That's the other thing. This stupid disease or virus, we don't know the true. There's so many symptoms, and they're all a range of symptoms. You don't know
So-
whether you're just having an allergy or you're actually sick.
Right, and I agree, Jonathan. It's fine. How do you know someone has a fever? You really don't. But this doesn't even cover asymptomatic people who themselves don't harmlessly. They don't know
Yeah.
they're sick, right?
Yeah.
You have to trust those that do realize, okay, I am not feeling good. Exactly, and I was going to bring that up, Rebecca. I suffer from really bad seasonal allergies. I'm lucky because we've been on lockdown and I haven't had a reason to like go out. You know, I freak out when I have to take the dog out for a walk and it's breezy, right? Especially during this time of the year. I can already feel it. I'm already getting a little bit of congestion. And when we went to work the other day to close out, just to pick up our personal belongings, we had to like check off this checklist, and it had all these symptoms. And I'm like, some of these symptoms are like allergy type symptoms. I'm like, I don't know.
PJ's had the COVID for a year. I just wanted to say that.
Stop spreading rumors.
Oh, where did it go? Oh, here.
PJ, I apologize.
I've got a fever, and the only remedy is
More
more cowbell.
Heyo. That was funny.
Love it. More.
So let's see,
cowbell.
what are people saying here? Coco.
Where's Coco?
Who else? Ernie and Mo.
Yeah, exactly. The temperature is such BS because there's so many other now they're saying like upset stomach. Some people get a skin rash. Some people have a cough. It's just all over. I really want to know, like, I want scientists to come out and say, like, this is the symptoms. I mean, it's all over the place. I want to know exactly what do we look for. Is it all these things at once? Is it 3 things at once?
Coach Mo. I'm the same. So like
Hypersensitive.
when we're driving to work, and let's say I crash out, right? And he's driving because we work at the same school, and I'll be crashed out. I can tell he doesn't have the vent shut because I can smell the exhaust coming in, and he's like, "You're crazy." I don't smell it. I'm really sensitive to chemical smells, exhaust, even like certain door handles that are like whatever metal they use, like I could smell it on me. I'm very hypersensitive to smell. So yeah, it makes me cough too, or my nose starts to run, and yeah.
I love walking. I can totally, yeah. I'll mimic him any chance I get. I'll do a walking.
Yeah, Coco, my mom was
What?
telling me the same thing.
What?
She called me to tell me. She said, "Oh, when you flush your toilet, make sure you have the seat down and blah 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 blah
Oh.
blah."
But then they say it's not airborne, or then they say it doesn't like moist places. It gets killed in the heat.
No, but then I read an article
It's
that
so all over the place.
a local
Freaking
doctor
pissed me off.
was talking about how you have the droplets, which are the larger particles that come out when people sneeze or cough or even speak and when they spit. But then you also have the aerosol particles, the tiny ones that you don't see. They're smaller than droplets.
Right.
So nobody knows. Nobody knows. That's what's scary about this. Right, Bruno?
Yeah, mahi mahi. That's why you should buy a Hog and 2 cent face mask. Okay.
We're assholes.
Let's go to the next one. Yeah, we're assholes for selling them.
That's
Forgot.
probably where we got the one thumbs
God
down.
damn it. We should be giving them away.
We could
What
give
we'll
them
need to do
away.
is
Live
they
stream
will need
giveaways.
to
We are going to give them away.
create a liaison position to cooperate with local health authorities, and they will have to share data with them. But we're going to get to that for just a second. They'll also be required to communicate the case with the local authorities, the liaison.
So basically, the casinos are going to have somebody in place to communicate your condition or the employee's conditions, I think he's talking about in this instance, to the state and the health authorities. So there'll be a go-between between you and the health authorities if you do have symptoms. God knows what the symptoms are that they're considering, but that it's kind of scary. Dogs are supposed to be trained to sense COVID by the end of summer.
That's not a joke. You don't know.
They might be.
I don't know.
Like in the airport, they should have them.
Hey, some diabetics have
cancer.
They can sense it. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, Gibbies. My brother showed up wearing a Hog and 2 cent hat again today. He loves it. Awesome. We have new designs that I think are really cool.
Send our love to your brother.
Thank you so
Gibbs.
much. This one? Oh,
it just went up. What did Tristan say? Tristan.
Why is he barking?
On the topic of this guy's videos, I think this is the first one that didn't bore or bug the ever-loving shit out of me. It's like the Disney Kids show of travel review. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything.
Why not?
Let's keep going. Let's go to the next one. Uh-oh, what happened? What did I do? Why did it freeze? Oh. There. Oh.
What are you doing?
I don't know. It went from 6 to 8. Oh, but I think this is 7 and 8. This is step 7 and 8. Here it goes.
Extra cleaning. So if they suspect someone in the hotel, either an employee or patron, was positive with COVID-19, they'll need to conduct additional cleaning and disinfecting of every place that person has been to. And then number 8, casinos will have to establish a person or a department within the casino to serve as a liaison to local health authorities with data sharing and contact tracing. Obviously, one big part of the COVID-19 prevention is finding out who's been sick, where they've been. And so they are asking casinos to establish someone for that, essentially to be just their job. Chilltown Majors says, I think.
Okay, so
go back to Ace's comment. He had a good comment right here. He says, I do hope the casinos hire a proper nurse or EMT or someone that knows what they're doing. Can you imagine the marketing director trying to do that?
Yeah, that's a serious issue.
It truly is.
I do realize people are freaking out. Oh my God, they're going to give my personal information to, somebody, a nurse or a hospital, and say that I have this disease and all my information is going to be blah, 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 blah. Better safe than sorry. That's number one. Number two is they already have all your personal information if you're one of our degen people like us that has players cards and stuff like that. But again, it is scary as far as the wide variety of symptoms and things that they say are can consider you to have this disorder or this disease. So that is kind of scary. Let's hope. Oh shit! She's got it.
Take me away.
Someone report her.
Allergies, dude.
So yeah,
Ashley.
scary.
I'm in the middle of watching Nikki Fermage's videos.
Firmish.
Videos for the first time. We love that dude.
Yeah, he's awesome.
We love his Vegas
Great
videos.
editing,
I'm
great
glad you're
videos,
watching him.
fun guy. Put the closed captions on, Ashley. Closed captions.
You need swimming goggles too, since you get infected
Yeah.
through your eyes too. It's
Exactly.
A good point. No breakfast.
So my suggestion, because Jonathan was looking for how should we reopen Oscars, I said pool party theme. Since it used to be the pool of the plaza, let's everybody get in pool attire, goggles, snorkel, face mask, whatever. We're protected. That was my suggestion. They liked it. Maybe it'll happen.
I didn't know this was true.
What about the BS for the COVID tracker app for phones? Yeah, so you're supposed to contact trace.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh, who have you come in contact with?
Oh, that's right. God
They
forbid.
get COVID
he's
from
not-
all the fear. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how indigestion, diarrhea.
Travels with Tim Johnson. Are you going to the Vegas Summit meetup with other YouTubers September 13th if things improve in July and August?
If we're working from home,
If we're still working from home,
then we have a chance.
Why not?
If we're not, then we can't go. That's
Yeah.
when we're in work.
Right now, we're trying to focus on June. I don't have my hopes up for June. We still have stuff booked.
And then second place is October.
Our second option is October because we do have 2 weeks off where we wouldn't have to, even if we're teaching remotely still in October, we have 2 weeks off where we wouldn't have to even worry about teaching. If we went in September, we'd have to spend the day teaching and then we'd only be able to venture out at night.
I give that answer to headless
Lamb choppy?
lamb chops. Can we move on to the next one?
I'm just trying to see if anybody else has any comments.
Yeah.
Any
Scuba diving.
comments?
That again. That should be safe. Let's go.
Kino.
Sin City Nerds. Please check out Sin City Nerds.
Super DJ and Kino, thank you for becoming a member.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
sorry, we were so backtracked on the comments here. We didn't want to miss someone's comment or 2 cents. Thank you very much, Kino.
Here, I'll put the banner. Thank you to our Super DGens. We love you guys. Super DGens get access to videos before they come out. They're all gonna get money clips, Super DGen money clips eventually when their symbol turns red. I don't know how long that
when we do
is.
end up in Vegas, you guys
they
can.
get discounts on merch.
And you guys can.
Am I finished talking? Have I
You like
finished
how that
talking?
feels? You like how it feels? Go give me that binky.
Where's my helmet?
Also, you guys get to decide where we eat and what we do in Vegas if we ever get back there.
And you get to decide what I wear that day.
Whatever outfit of the day.
Okay.
Okay, moving on.
Let's move on.
Thank you, Tina.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Go to the next one. Roll it. Roll it.
To do before they reopen is employees will need to be trained on proper hand washing. I mentioned that earlier, but they're also going to have to conduct proper hand washing. So the Nevada Gaming Control Board says that casinos will need to make sure that all employees will be required to wash their hands with soap and water for 20 seconds. One, before the start of a shift, at least once during every break, several times during their shift, and whenever they change gloves or contaminate their hands, and that employees should be consistently reminded of these hand washing practices.
So that's going to be interesting. They're probably going to do a dry run where they watch everybody wash their hands. Are you doing it right? Are you doing it right? Are you singing happy birthday or whatever song?
Again, you are putting the trust into,
Oh,
you have to trust the people around you, the visitors, the employees. But yeah, I mean, shouldn't you have been washing your hands from the get-go?
yeah.
So yeah, okay. That
Tales of the
common
Toilet.
sense.
I have a feeling it's coming back. It'll be thoroughly protected Tales from the Toilet.
I don't know. You better make sure that toilet's clean.
It'll be clean.
All right, L&D. Oh, all right. So yeah, that
Okay.
that was okay.
That's
Straight
good.
to the point.
Employees, wash your hands. I don't know how many times at our place of work I watch other employees not wash their hands after the bathroom. It happens all the time.
I think last trip
Hopefully,
in March. I don't know who it was. I think was it Cinnamon or
this is like what
someone?
Ace is saying.
Yeah, people weren't washing their hands. Someone said, Anastas said he saw a guy walk out of the John not washing his hands in Vegas this last time we went. Yeah, Ace, it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. Let's go. Roll it. Number 10.
That Las Vegas casinos will be required to do to reopen is they will need to provide appropriate personnel protective equipment to their employees, and they'll have to make sure they're properly trained, and they'll have to make sure that personal protective equipment is properly disposed of.
All right.
And I also heard that like guests will get some, like a mask, and I totally want to collect face mask. Hopefully they say stuff on them like
Like the name of the casino.
Plaza, or that would be awesome. Totally.
It'd be something to collect.
That would be cool.
It does affect all ages, but the vast majority of deaths are 65 plus with coexisting conditions. Yeah, we've been hearing some children
Oh wow.
suffering from cardiac arrest and stuff, even though they're not showing symptoms. It's crazy.
That's interesting, Heavy D. We have managers watch us wash our hands at shift change. Like you've always had that, or this is like a new thing now?
How do you guys feel about that?
Oh yeah, Cinnamon. I was in the restroom, dude. A dude spit next to the urinal on the floor. Didn't wash his hands after he was done.
These people
Total
exist.
jerk. And that was in March when this shit was going on. Spitting on the floor. I was like holding my breath until I got out of there.
Yeah.
They're out there. The people
out
are out
there.
there. Yeah,
And
Coco.
they're probably gonna. Okay, so how would you feel if you worked at a place, like Heavy D said, and they're watching you wash your hands? To me, I'm just a weirdo. It wouldn't bother me, but I could picture people that are not wanting to wear masks or not wanting to be quarantined anymore that are out there. Not even that. People that are just saying that this is a big lie, right? Or a big conspiracy. I don't see them liking the fact that people are watching them wash their hands. I don't know. People are going to have different opinions. I know it's like Big Brother watching kind of a thing. I don't know.
Joey Shortpants has a great point. If we just zap it all with the ultraviolet light, or turn the casino into one giant tanning bed, and we all come out like that orange color, that would be great. Everybody gets a tan. Hell yeah. Okay, let's get back to number 11. Let's move on. Oh, why did I? Oh, because there's two parts to 11.
People are going to start
Who
making
wants to know
harassment claims.
about slot machines? So
Yeah.
casinos will be required to develop a plan that ensures gaming machines create proper social distancing between patrons. For example, chairs and stools in front of every gaming machine could be removed so that patrons don't sit next to each other. In the document For smaller casinos, ones that just had 15 or less machines, they suggested a possible solution might be just putting tape over the bill acceptor so that people couldn't put money in the machine, then they couldn't play it. In the bigger one here for the non-restricted licensees, they didn't make that recommendation. They figure those people have more wherewithal, so that's not going to fly for them.
We saw this again in March. We
Hold on.
saw the
Good
machines.
night, Jason. Thank you for joining us.
Good night.
Sleep
Thank
well.
you. We saw this in March. The machines were, they had the machines turned off in between. We weren't told to not congregate though around a machine, so we were still congregating around a machine.
Yeah, it was only at the tables we couldn't congregate, but no one came up to us when, like, for example, during our slot group pool, or any of the slot group pools we participated in.
This might be, I think it might be this one. Let me see. Oh, shoot. Wait, go back. Sorry.
Oh, that's why you have two of them. I was
So
wondering.
that's not going to fly for them. And so now this goes to Clean Extreme's point about signs. In addition to just signs, they say additionally, casinos should assign employees to focus on ensuring guests do not congregate in groups. So casinos will have to assign somebody to be walking around the property to make sure there are not groups of people congregating anywhere, at a machine, at a gaming table, etc., etc. So expect that to be a new Las Vegas casino job.
Okay, so here's my issue with that one. Imagine you are a family of like 5 or 6. You live together. You're always together. And you go to play this game, they're going to make you separate from your kids and whatever. Let's assume everybody's over 21.
Because I know a lot of parents take their kids when they turn 21 to the casino.
Yeah, and you're not even going to be,
and you won't be able to.
It's so dumb though, because like normally you're going to be next to each other anyway. So they're going to have somebody assigned to watch the machine and say, hey, let's not have a crowd.
Casinos,
I don't know.
This is my solution to that. Unless upon check-in, the casino gives you some sort of like wristband or some sort of something that says, okay, you guys belong together. You guys came in together. You guys are rooming in the same room together, whatever. You should be able to hang out together. If you're able to room and sleep in the same hotel room, you should be able to play together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong?
Mm-hmm. So again, Joey Short Pants, like I was saying, we're going to have to do like group slot pulls virtually. So people are going to have to we're going to have to pool everybody's money together virtually. And it's just going to have to be one of us at the machine doing the slot pull. It's really, I don't know. It's going to have to be that way, I guess, for a while. Who knows? But yeah, it's kind of, that sucks.
They will basically be ushers. I really don't see these rules being hard to follow. We all know what is expected. We are all human and will mistakenly break them. Correct it and move on. I agree.
And again, when we were there in March at the tables, we learned right away when I stood behind 2 Cent playing blackjack. They told me you can't stand here and watch. Same thing with Anastas. They made him move. And
Sin City Nick, he couldn't stand behind Kayleen.
And we learned right away. And we moved on. We went to another table. We degened somewhere else. But it's going to suck for people that go like a couple.
Hi, Lynn.
When it's just, the 2 of us and we're used to playing at the same table and there's not enough seats for both of us. It's going to suck because one person's going to have to go off somewhere else.
Yeah, but every time I hear that, I go back to thinking about something I heard along the way about it being, would it be legal? Do you face, are there issues are there like money wiring issues there? No. Like, I don't know.
No, that should be.
I don't know. It's because I've never done that, or I've never.
It'll be like we do. Gibbs almost always gives us money to play in the.
I'm saying like a group of 20
Bridger
people.
does it too.
Okay, I was.
It'll be like when we took our teenagers to mall. Meet here in 1 hour. Yeah, meet here. Unless you run out of money in like 10 minutes, then you're screwed.
It's like Vegas vacation.
Where do I meet you?
Everybody went and did their own thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna only take bitcoins for our group pulls. Just kidding.
What country is doing that? Where they're worried about controlling the people?
China's converting their money into electronic currency.
Got it.
Okay. Should we go on to step 12?
Go ahead. Why not?
Roll it.
Open is that gaming machines will need to be disinfected on a regular basis.
That's good.
And casinos must also provide sanitizer or disinfectant wipes for patron use on the gaming floor. So that one, they give them an option. They can either provide sanitizer or they can provide disinfectant wipes. We've been seeing, at least in the Wynn and the Venetian's plans, that they are looking at doing both. And actually, one of those went further and said they'll actually have staff around that you could ask to help you clean the slot machine, not just for yourself. The Nevada government's not going that far, saying that you know there need to be like slot machine cleaning people that you could ask to clean, but you need to be able to have the facilities to clean it yourself.
Which is cool.
It's like what the grocery store do. You walk in, there's a roll of wipes that you can grab to wipe down your cart. They should have, those that you can easily access if you don't trust that it's been cleaning, or going back to Coco's point about it being cleaning and then an asymptomatic person comes in a second later and contaminates it again. Yeah, that's cool. If the casinos can afford to provide all of that.
I have no idea, Ryan. Yeah. I mean, you don't know what to believe anymore, like on the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's cool as long as they have the stuff to clean. Just don't touch your face. Again, how is this damn thing transferred? Is it in the air? Who knows, dude?
I mean, what's the point of all of these procedures, safeguards, if the air that's being circulated in a casino is still going to make you sick?
Richard, yeah. I mean,
that's
the stance of a lot of people. I'm not going to go back until there's a vaccine. We feel that way as far as work goes, but that's because of our jobs, and we know the people that, there's people that don't give a crap and they'll go sick or not sick, or they won't report it, or the asymptomatic. So it's very scary. We're in a high contact job. So
where we work, it's a poor community. So a lot of the families there depend on their kids going to school and getting their meal there and eating. So a lot of kids still go to school sick. Like they'll still go. They can't they don't stay home. And I mean, that can be at any school. It doesn't matter the socioeconomic status of the place. But I mean, cramped up in a classroom with 30 kids that are carriers and aren't, really, they're mostly asymptomatic, probably for the most part, or they say they don't really have severe symptoms. Going back to what Dr. Who was it? Oz? We're two people that he's willing to sacrifice for the bigger picture. I don't know. But what was my point?
Yeah, they should have done this a long time ago. Make sure everything's cleaned. Resort fees, I don't think will go up.
Oh.
I think there'll be options to waive your resort fee.
I remembered my point. Not going back until there's a vaccine. So I say just treat it, just learn from history and treat it like the Spanish flu. It came in 3 waves. When the Spanish flu first hit, it's like it hit in spring, right? Just like this hit in spring, right before spring. The second wave came in the fall. The third wave came the following spring. And then they didn't have a vaccination for the flu until like a year and a half later, I think it was. So I don't see it being any different. And it's going to mutate. There's already word that it's mutating.
Macau.
So I don't blame you for not going until there's a vaccine.
Macau has their employees were allowed to wear gloves and masks. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see like how they did it, So let's go on to the next one, guys. Give us a thumbs up though if you haven't at this point, or subscribe if you haven't. Check out our videos.
Appreciate it.
We would truly appreciate it. We got some cool stuff coming. Number 13.
13. This is now for table games. So the first thing is that casinos will be required to limit table games. People have been asking, well, Chris, how many per table? Now we know exactly how many per table it will be limited to. In blackjack, 21, what we're here on this video, 3 players per blackjack table, 6 players per craps table, 4 players per roulette table, and 4 players per poker table. In addition to that previous one where they had to assign people to make sure people don't congregate in groups around gaming machines, they will also be required to ensure patrons do not congregate in groups around gaming tables. And in this case, they're going further than to just say that there should be hand sanitizer around, but that casinos will make sure their dealers will have hand sanitizer available and make the hand sanitizer available to patrons throughout their shifts and while they are playing the games.
These are all good things as far as I'm concerned.
Well,
Let the dealers, when we were there in March.
We already experienced it.
Can I
ourselves.
talk? Can I finish talking?
That's all I was gonna say.
When we were there in March, the dealers were legitimately concerned. My boss won't let me wear gloves, which I get it. I get both sides of it. But yeah, they had to touch the chips, they had to touch the cards, touch the money, blah, 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 blah. We're not letting you wear gloves. We're not letting you wear masks and whatever. Now they are going to let them. They're going to give them hand sanitizer. They're going to clean the rail. We were there when 2 ladies were smoking like a chimney, nonstop, cigarette after cigarette, ash all over the table, spit all over the drooling down, drunk as hell, just biohazard all over, and this is a much needed, this is cool. They're going to sanitize the tables. We like the number 3 at the table. It's a good number for blackjack.
It is, but Martin Taylor has a good point, though.
Sucks for poker.
Are they going to make blackjack table 4 feet wider? You are like a foot from the door at all times. And technically, I don't think you're 6 feet away from the person in the middle. The 3 players, you're not 6 feet away.
It's ridiculous.
You really aren't.
You're not 6 feet away.
As far as the game goes, I think 3 is a better number than a full table.
Yeah.
But that's just as far for playing blackjack, in my opinion.
Roulette is 4. I don't know how. I mean, that should be okay for people, and 6 at a craps table. It kind of sucks. It sucks. And again, the distance is not there. Even with the 6 and the 4, they're not 6 feet apart. This is where it's like so vague as to how it spreads, what the actual distances are, what's causing the spread, who's immune, who's not. It's so up in the air. I think they just have to show that they're trying to do something just to open up, just to cover their ass.
Table for the win all day.
Hell yeah.
2 on each side, I think.
Yeah, 4 people.
But the one side where you're close to the dealer is at 6 feet apart.
Do you guys think they'll have blackjack tournaments? We love blackjack tournaments.
If they limit the number of people, I was thinking about that before I went to bed last night about Suncoast. Who was talking about Suncoast on the live stream? Which live stream was it? Oh, let's say Pennies for Vegas when you guys were on.
The bandanas are, I don't know. I haven't checked lately, but because of COVID, it's kind of weird, but because of, I guess, them making it in a factory, they're kind of off the market right now for our Spreadshirt bandanas. So I'll let you know what our Wilds and Weeds when they're back. Same thing with the hats. I wish we had the hats. The hats are really cool. I have one. Gibbs' brother has one. They're good quality and they're awesome, but this whole virus thing totally destroyed the factories making them because they had to distance everybody. And I guess it entails a lot of different sewing and things like that. So they can't keep up with the orders, so they kind of stopped them for right now.
Yeah.
But I'll let you know as soon as they're back. I'll let you know.
So I mean, I know since it's broke, they've been cleaning the subways, Joel. But I don't know,
115 years. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
but like what? I mean, I can't imagine the trains not being cleaned that often, even
Dude.
before COVID.
Dude.
Really, didn't Mayor Giuliani come in and clean up the city?
No,
Isn't that what he's known
he
for?
cleaned the porn out of the city, but
Ah.
not literally cleaned the city.
What's up, Flocky? Flocky.
What?
Slot jockey. He said hello.
Hi, Jonathan.
Sorry.
Oh, nerds are
Hey,
back.
Kayleen. Hey, Sin City nerds. Nick is normally on Sin City Nick. That's usually how you tell the difference. Ah, that's true. All right, so number 14.
14.
All right.
Wait, let's take Joel off. Who's feeling what? I don't know. 14.
Casinos will have to regularly clean and disinfect the table games, and the list of things they put on here that they'll have to clean. They will have to clean the table games, the rails, the chairs, the dice, the card shoes, the shufflers, the roulette wheels, the pai gow tiles, the pit podiums, the blackjack discard holders, toke boxes when a new player or employee comes into contact with any of the aforementioned, and they will also need to disinfect cards and chips.
I do know from listening to the podcast at the Plaza, Jonathan Jossel mentioned that the people that work the cage hand cleaned all the chips in the cage. So they were cleaning the chips. I don't know how they're going to go about cleaning them at the table as they're being played. Or like, is there a rotation? Okay, now it's time for us to clean the chips.
It goes back to Coco's comment. That you can bust out a clean set of chips, cards, blah, 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 whatever. All it takes is one asymptomatic person to sit down. That's why I know they say it's pointless to wear gloves. And really, for the most part, you're touching stuff with gloves. For me and Hog, the reason why we wear gloves is just to remind us not to touch our face or our mask when we're out. That's the only reason why we wear gloves. But when we were there in March, we did wear gloves. I'm not going to say we wore them 100% of the time at a blackjack table, because sometimes we jumped on, sporadically. But, I would wear a glove just to remind myself that I am touching stuff that could possibly be contaminated and not to touch my face.
Yeah, so
I'll still take my gloves off and I'll still go wash my hands when I'm done. You know what I mean? But who knows?
Rip strip clubs. Yeah. And what about that place that opened with the dolls? The sex dolls, the real life dolls. Oh. That place is destroyed now. I would think they have no chance. There better be a point cleaning out the Tito cash out machines. Yeah. Yeah. Those 19-cent Tito's add up, man. You get up those machines for that 19 cents, you're gonna think twice now. Circus may be immune because the bacteria might fight the virus.
The cure might be lying somewhere in Circus.
Yeah. If you want to see some really cool footage of New York, check out New York's channel.
I love
the high def video footage. Very cool. I don't know. Did I say that right? High def? 4K.
4K.
What is high def? I'm an idiot. I don't think it's high def. High def is like for audio.
Technologically savvy.
It's good video, God damn it. Yeah, the sex doll place.
God damn it,
See,
God damn it,
for a guy, those words pop in like loudspeakers.
Anthony.
Anthony.
Wait, this isn't Anthony.
Oh, it's not the other.
It's a different Anthony. I'm really interested in how the properties will handle the restaurant situation as far as handling reservations and walk-ins, the whole 9 yards. There's going to be a cap. They're not going to be operating at 100%, so it's going to be a lot harder. The only thing that you'll have going for you if you go shortly after Vegas opens is that not a lot of people will be traveling still, probably. So there still might not be long queues, or situations where you have to make reservations, way in advance. I don't know. Sex dolls is the future of adults business.
You could dump them in like a vat of Clorox and then it's clean. Cleaner than humans.
Barbecuing right now.
Oh,
I'm drawing
the
Mother's Day
bratwurst.
cards and watching the kids
I
play
bet
Minecraft.
it's great. I
Aw.
bet he's making brats.
All right.
15. Roll it.
Occupancy limits. And in the video I did about 3 weeks ago,
This might go
titled
to the
"What Will
restaurant
the Future
question.
of Vegas Look Like?" I talked about occupancy limits in that video, and people like, Chris, how do you know this? How do you know this will come to be? This, in fact, has come to be, and now we know the occupancy limit that the Nevada Gaming Control Board will be setting on casinos is 50% of whatever their previous occupancy limit was. And the occupancy limit is assigned to each gaming area of the property by local building and fire codes. So the casinos will need to limit people in specific areas based on that. And then they say some ways they could do it. They could use security personnel to just count people. They could utilize their video surveillance systems to track how many people in there. In areas with slot machines, they could use their slot machine accounting system to track how many people are there based on how many people are actually playing the slot machines.
So there's going to be, I'm sure, like a little bit of a gray area. Again, in March when we were there, we were stopped at a casino because we weren't staying there. They said only guests that are staying here. That could be another way that they, limit the number of people in. But I'm sure they're going to limit the doors, the entries into the places and the exits into the places. So it's going to lower the numbers of people in the place. But again, this is just, everybody's going to be a little bit different. It's going to determine, how many people are going to be there is going to be determined by the size of the casino and things like that, I would think.
I think though also along with just comfortable, just because they want to feel safe before they travel, right? But I think also there's a lot of people that aren't going to see it being worthwhile, right? They might not be afraid of getting sick. They might be comfortable with traveling already by then. But most people go to Vegas for the experience, for the crowds, for, everything the opposite of what's going to be put into play when the casinos open. So yeah, good point. But yeah, I'm thinking I don't know. I'm not one of those people that thinks it's going to be safer come August because of history, because of the Spanish flu. There was a second wave in the fall. So that's why for some reason my gut feeling is go right when it opens, when still a lot of people are too afraid to travel, when things are going to be super squeaky clean. Like, yeah, it's not going to be the full Vegas experience, but one, I don't drink, so I'm cool with that. So I'm cool with the bars and nightclubs. We don't go to nightclubs not being open. Yeah, we like to gamble. As long as the crowds aren't there and I'm able to get on a machine or on a table like we did in March, then I'm cool with that. I don't think I'll be comfortable come fall. I don't know.
We'll
That's
see.
just me.
We'll see.
It's the opposite.
Yeah. And then PJ's right. The vloggers are going to be the eyes and ears. Again, we almost feel obligated to go just to show, especially the people across the border that can't go, what to expect. And is it worth spending your money? Should you get those plane tickets? Should you reserve rooms? Are you going to have the same fun that you've always had when you go to Vegas? That's what we want to show, How are they going to treat people? Are we going to get sick after we come home from that trip? I'm pretty sure everybody's going to watch us and be like, let's keep an eye on them. Let's see if they actually got sick from it.
Right. And I don't blame people.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. Gwen Lewis, this will help properties from all the casino hopping. They will be able to see who the VIPs are. A good point too.
Yeah. Again, if we had to choose, I'd be downtown Plaza, the D, somewhere there, circa.
Yeah, Nick, it's just like what I was saying. I'm going to be honest. I'd go tomorrow if able. I'd be safe as hell, but I'd go. Yeah, again, We were in March. You know, you never know. It just takes one asymptomatic person, though. You know, it can happen. I can get sick going to Walmart.
Yeah.
I
You gotta
can
go
get
to the
sick
store.
grabbing my mail, and our mailmen here, at least the one that delivers our mail, they're not wearing masks or
They're not
gloves.
touching. I mean, they're touching all the packages and everything.
What if they sneeze on a package right as they leave it at your doorstep? You know, so you have to be very careful even at home. And if you saw what the governor had posted of what was it, New York? Or no, it wasn't the governor of New York. He was just talking about how there's a high number of people that are getting sick, and there are people that have been staying home. But how many of those people have gone to the grocery store?
Also,
You know, or
you have to think, if you do visit Vegas, do you have time off of your job to quarantine when you get back home? Is there still going to be that requirement? Do you have that 14 days to just stay at home? Because that's what we did when we got home. We did not go out. We shopped on the way home. We went to the grocery stores and just locked ourselves in our house after we got home from Vegas. Did not go out. We haven't seen our parents like physically, like we haven't been around our parents.
we haven't been around them in 8 weeks, going on 8 weeks
Yeah.
for sure. I think everyone should think long and hard about that return flight home from Vegas. Remember that feeling and fight the urge for a little while longer. And I agree, Martin. We don't fly. I think it'd be a whole different story if I had to fly to Vegas. I am not ready to get on a plane. Then again, I have a huge fear of flying. So pre-COVID or not,
Again,
if I can avoid flying.
And this is the conflict. You literally get sick going anywhere at any time. So that's why I wanted to film it, because I just want people to know, to be able to think, well, is it worth me putting myself out there? Should I spend the money for those tickets? Let's look at the casinos. Let's look at, does it seem like the slots are any looser? Let's look at every little thing before I convince myself to go. Is it worth it? But okay, let's go to 16.
Right, Coco. That study doesn't say those people stayed home, had visitors, and went shopping. Exactly.
Yeah.
Required for casinos in Las Vegas to reopen. For restaurants and bars, the Nevada Gaming Control Board is directing casinos to reduce restaurant and bar seating in accordance with federal, state, and local guidance to allow for appropriate distancing between each table and between patrons. In this particular one, this is the guidance for big casinos. They did not set out how much that capacity had to be reduced. But in the document for restricted licensees, this is the one for restaurants and bars that have less than 15 machines. In that case, they've actually come out and said the reduction at taverns, which would be bars, may not exceed more than 50% of its total capacity at any time. And dining seating is also limited to 50% of a dining area's total capacity.
So we've heard there's been a lot of talk about 25%, but we know that they can go up to 50% if they choose to. So it's up to these restaurants to, decide up to 50% patrons in their establishment.
Shout out to Rita Young from Chicago. Hello, welcome. Chicago all the way.
Oh, Anthony.
I was just in Chicago last summer. I haven't put out those vlogs yet.
What's up, Anthony? Talk about the New York subway system.
Hi, Anthony.
This guy works hard there. Be careful, Anthony. Yeah. Ryan Olson. Restaurants where I live are good to go next Thursday, 50% capacity. Yeah, so that's what he's talking about, 50%. I don't know if every restaurant's going to open 50%. They might not have the staff to run for 50%. They may be trying it out and seeing how it works. What if nobody shows up and we're at 50% staff? Not going to work good for business. Maybe we should open it at 25 initially and see if we have that rush of people wanting to get in. So I think it's going to be like a learning curve.
Yeah, and then some businesses a lot of businesses are going to lose money operating at 25%. So either they're going to, I don't know, they'll either risk not making money or yeah, they're going to increase the amount of people they let in. Or, you know, if I ran a business and if I was able to be the waitress, the cashier, and the cook all at the same time, then
Yeah,
if
but
the
you're
business
touching the
can run.
money. Yeah.
No, will you wash your hands?
No, not gonna. All right.
It's just an idea.
Next one. Oh, what happened? There we go.
Hey, what's up, Matrix? He says, hey guys, thought I'd pop in and say hi before I pass out from another
Oh.
Southern Comfort sesh.
Matrix.
All these discussion points is scary shit. I'm not sure how they can make table games safe.
If you can, subscribe to Matrix 2021 on YouTube. He's got a new video out today. This guy's gonna blow up, guaranteed. You just gotta get him back to Vegas, get everything running again.
We haven't seen your vlog yet. We're gonna watch
We're
it
gonna
after
watch
this.
it. Yeah. So really good stuff, guys. If you haven't subscribed to his channel yet, also if you haven't given us a thumbs up, please try to remember to do that. It helps us out.
And Plot Jockey did say my biggest fear is that case numbers will spike and when we be back at square one with the quarantine stuff. Yep.
We might. It's a trial.
Yeah.
For sure.
17th thing that casinos will have to do is they will have to close their nightclubs and their day clubs. Yes, nightclubs and day clubs are to be closed until further notice. Those are the words exactly. So that's something a lot of people have been interested in. People have been interested in particular in swimming pools. Any swimming pool that's a day club, no luck with that opening anytime soon. They also talk about meeting and conventions, saying those have to be limited to less than 250 people. Food service will have to be served and not self-service. And in retail spaces like stores, things like that, they will have to ensure proper social distancing.
So yeah, MD, this is what we were saying. This is why we want to go try to document what we can. But again, a lot of people, it's not going to be worth it. If you're not there to just gamble, then there's going to be not a real big, if you're into the food that you're used to in Vegas, everything is going to be different. So is it worth it to go? So it might not be worth it for everyone to go.
This comment was way back in the chat, but I'll just read it. It's from Good Luck, everybody. They wrote, wonder if the casinos will let vloggers film inside. They most likely don't want to show the new way with 50% less customers inside. You read an article, right? About how, right?
I don't know. What are we talking
About
about?
vloggers.
Yeah.
Casinos wanting vloggers. This comment was the casinos might not want people to see, want vloggers to.
We noticed in March, a casino that typically doesn't say anything to us about filming definitely didn't want us to film the situation at hand.
It was the day we left.
And so, yeah, that might be true. If it looks bleak, I'm pretty sure they're not going to want us to film. If it looks like the tables are full and the machines are full, I'm pretty sure they're not going to have a problem with us filming.
But I think places like the D and the Plaza, I think they'll want us to maybe reassure the public that, hey, look.
If we're showing us having a good time, that's really all that matters. You know, if we're able to go and have a good time, that means other people can go and have a good time, regardless of if it's dead in there. But yeah.
Good night, Gibbs. Thank you so much for being here.
Later, Gibbs. Thank you.
Sleep well.
No, Matrix. Have you guys discussed the digital chips? No. I don't know anything about digital chips. I haven't heard anything about digital chips.
About it being confirmed or not.
Confirmed. But that's something to think about. Give me mark it on my card somehow, my player's card. Give me credit. I don't know.
Unless they install some sort of screen that's on there in front
I have no clue. But that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But that opens the door to scams and other things as well.
True.
So you got to think about that stuff. Where's Richard? Oh, we need questions answered. Let me know, because maybe, Sunday he'll be on with Bridger. So Also, again, we talked for a while, so let me know if you do have another question. I could convey it to him as well. Let's.
See you, and Steve says, I think it will be the other way around. They will want the vloggers to show that the casinos are safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. PJ says hat cam and pocket cam always works for me.
Yeah, we have ways around it, but yeah. Let's go to 18, right? Oh shoot.
Did you skip?
It
What
did
number
it
were
on
we
its
on
own.
now?
We're on 18.
So speaking of pools, number 18 is pools. And the only thing the Nevada Gaming Control Board says about swimming pools is they talk about the pool seating, and they say the pool seating must be configured in a manner consistent with requirements to ensure social distancing. They do not talk about whether the swimming pool will be open or not. I've yet to see any guidance related to swimming pools and people in the water.
Again, I'm going to go back to the podcast at the plaza. Jonathan was kind of alluding to the fact that the pool should be open. It's going to be hot. If there's no guidelines, there's going to have to be social distancing and things like that. I don't know how they do it, but maybe they will have some, like this many people can get in the water. I don't know. But the tables, I'm sure the chairs are going to be separate or gone. We'll find out. Like when it actually happens, we'll find out. The end of yeah, that would be horrible if it was the end of Chipcock. Digital chips would ruin the Chipcock for sure. That would be a disaster. Not a good thing.
Nasta says, I'm always fiddling my chips at the table. Would understand digital, but would miss keeping my hands occupied.
You can fiddle something else and ask this while you're at the table.
Terrible.
No. Fiddling is healthy. See? He knows.
It releases tension.
Scuba mask for the pool. Agree. Let's make it so. Let's do it.
You don't even go swimming pre-COVID.
No, because I want to gamble.
No, you also think it's a cesspool. You think pools
No,
are
I just want to gamble. Pools, yeah, draw people back. So yeah, they're gonna have to limit how many people are allowed in the pools. Chemicals, yeah, the chemicals in the pool should be fine. So yeah, there might be a chance for the pools.
I'm gonna hug everyone in the casino.
Oh God, June's gonna get tackled. Cattle prod.
Honestly, the chemicals in the pools are strong enough to kill HIV. They're strong enough to kill COVID. Really?
We have a request for a shirt. Fiddle your chips. Not your fiddle. Okay.
All right, 19.
19.
We're almost through this.
Almost done, guys. Here we go.
Sorry, I have to look at like way too many things when I do a live stream. And,
I know it, man. I know
YouTube
it.
was just telling me my bandwidth wasn't
Yeah.
good enough, but apparently is. So we are continuing on. Number 19, the 19th requirement for Las Vegas casinos to reopen. By the way, if you're playing a drinking game watching this video, great thing to drink with, especially if you watch the archive, would be how many times I say Las Vegas, how many times I say reopen, how many times I say casinos. Those are probably things that I get bonus for the amount of times I've said those in those videos. So 19, requirement number 19 is they will have to do enhanced public area cleaning, that public areas will need to be disinfected on a continual and regular basis. And I'm going to pick this up for all the things that they say will need to be cleaned on a regular basis. They include, without limitation, front desk check-in counters, bell desks, elevators, elevator buttons, door handles, public bathrooms, room keys, locks, ATMs, redemption terminals, rewards club kiosks, escalator and stair handrails, casino cage counters, gaming machines, gaming tables, gym equipment, dining surfaces, and restaurant menus. I love the restaurant menus. How many of you have been to restaurants where they never clean the menu? You're like, oh my gosh, this menu has food in it that looks like it's been here from 10 years ago.
Okay.
So wait, before you go, the room keys are gonna clean. I've always left with my room key. I've always kept my room keys So what do you
But
mean
maybe
cleaning?
before they give them to you, they wipe them down and say, "Here."
I guess.
I don't know. That's a
Alright.
good question. I don't know. But that's good. Clean the buttons of the elevators. Clean everything while you're at it. Again, it's like 2 Cents been saying the whole night. All it takes is one person to come right after they cleaned it to touch it.
That's why I clean everything myself.
Yeah. Again, don't touch your face. Keep your hands away from your face. But Max N has it right. Those areas should have been cleaned regularly pre-COVID. Again,
Of course.
the science part of me, not to freak everybody out, but the science guy in me is like germs, the more we disinfect and the more we clean, the stronger certain germs are gonna get. When we're talking about bacteria, and I don't want to alarm anybody, but there's some pretty scary bacteria out there, and the stronger we make those bacteria, there's gonna be another thing we gotta worry about. You gotta have an immunity in your system to fight the everyday stuff. And if you're constantly sheltering yourself from everything, you're going to be super weak when it comes to any kind of germ. Just look at history. Look at Native Americans when the Europeans came. Not a good situation to be in. I'm just saying. But again, this is the world we're living in. We got to figure out something that works. We need that vaccine. And we need a balance. Yeah. Elevator attendants. I did hear that there would be in some elevators like people that press the buttons for you, and they limit the number of people in the elevators. So this will be interesting. We'll have somebody to chat with. That's for sure. Maybe I can get them on a live stream. Shh, Bruno.
Because I keep my room key to use to get into hotel pools. A lot of times they just see that you have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We keep them just to collect them.
Old key. Yeah.
Yeah. They already sanitize keys that are reused. We always turn in our keys so they can be recycled. Yeah, well, we keep them just so we can I want to make something out of them.
Like
one
that.
day.
Have you seen that wall at Cosmopolitan right behind District?
9?
No, Block 16.
Block 16.
There's a whole wall. They're all Cosmopolitan, or are they different room keys?
No, I think they're just Cosmo keys.
Yeah, Cosmo keys. I don't know. It's pretty cool. We've always, pre-COVID, we always wanted to do something like that.
Yeah.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Keith Masumo.
June says alcohol kills germs. Yeah. All right. Yeah. District 9 is awesome. Sorry. We went off on a tangent.
Someone said I worked at a, what? Did I miss something? I worked in a hotel. There's always someone assigned to cleaning common areas. That said, Gwen Lewis said that. Yeah. Well, hopefully they just clean it more frequently. Maybe more staff to help.
Do you find it weird that there's random cards hanging up in the back?
No.
That's really strange to me.
I mean, you usually see that like in a teenage,
yeah.
16-year-old bedroom.
Okay. Let's just roll
Maybe
it.
they're cards from fans.
The 20th requirement for Las Vegas casinos to reopen is disinfecting the guest rooms. They will need to do more room cleaning. They'll need to follow disinfecting protocols outlined by the Center for Disease Control. And the areas they will need to pay extra attention to, I'm going to pick this up and read this because it's a detailed list as well. They will need to pay detailed attention to cleaning remote controls, toilets and handles, door and furniture handles, water faucet handles, nightstands, telephones, in-room control panels, light switches, temperature control panels, and flooring. And then finally, they'll be required to wash all linens at a high temperature with appropriate cleaning products.
Which is scary. What
the beginning?
What the hell? Why
God.
That wasn't on the list?
So I'm sure you guys have seen my room.
So what's left?
My inspection of hotel rooms. Like, I'm at a loss for words. I'm sorry.
That should have been on the goddamn list to begin with.
Should be cleaned at high temperatures at all times.
Well, let's hope. Yeah, it gets done now. Last one, guys. Number 21. Let's do this.
Since I talked about face masks, you might be thinking it's face masks. It is, in fact, not face masks. The Nevada Gaming Control Board is not, at this point, requiring face masks to enter casinos, but they are requiring a COVID-19 room recovery protocol. In the event that there is notice or knowledge of a hotel guest with a confirmed case of COVID-19, then the hotel's guest's room must be removed from service and undergo a enhanced cleaning protocol as determined by local health authorities. And the casino is prohibited from returning that hotel room to service until they've cleaned it and they've received any additional guidance from local health authorities.
So the enhanced cleaning, now they're going to get to the toilet. The toilet seat. What's the enhanced cleaning about? Like, it should all be enhanced.
So this is okay.
But yeah, she brings Lysol.
This is where I see. Well, not anymore. I don't know where to get. I'm using microban. That's the only thing I can.
Well, you saw in our Rio footage.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
had the
So
Lysol.
this is where I think it will get where it'll turn people off from going. Okay. Let's say we do go in June or July when it's super hot, right? If they're going to check your temperature, aren't you going to already physically be hot? Like just sitting here, when we came back during the first 2 weeks of our quarantine, when we came back from Vegas this past March, I had bought a thermometer, and we were using that on the trip just to make sure. And there were days when I got really hot in here, right? I was just hot from like cooking, washing dishes. And when I checked my temperature, it was elevated, a little bit. So how do you know the heat's not going to automatically do that to you? And then they're automatically going to assume, oh no, I can't let you back into your hotel room. You got to go to the doctor. You got to go to the hospital and get a doctor's note or whatever.
Yeah.
Get clearance from them. I mean, who's going to want to do that on their vacation? You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is a good point. The Venetian's going to have sanitary kit in your rooms. Also wouldn't ask for any service again until we normally don't ask for anybody to come into our room
every time
for service.
Yeah, every
because
time
we'd rather
in,
avoid having a person in our room. But that's a good point. Somebody else was saying, are they going to charge for those sanitary kits if you use it?
Snuck into the bill somehow, like
you use the whatever, the wipes or whatever,
like the mini bar type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. But pre-COVID, I always hung the do not disturb the moment we checked in until we checked out. But that's just because, I don't need my room clean. It's just to prevent, waste. I don't need my towels washed every day. I don't need my bed sheets washed every day. We shower at night in Vegas, no matter what, no matter how late it is. We shower at night so that we don't bring the cigarette smoke, the street dirt and germs into the bed. So there's no need for them to come in.
I like to roll around in my room naked. Hopefully they'll clean it first. God damn it. If we ever get the room after you. Meanwhile, Mark's eating cherries off the tables.
Yeah, PJ says, I'm sure they realize this in the heat. They will ask you to wait a minute or two for you to cool down, then try again. But man, think of the traffic jam that's going to cause at the entrances.
Dude, I'm fat. If I'm walking from the casino, best believe my temperature is going to be high when I walk into a new casino. Yeah. You're going to be outside in the goddamn heat in the desert. You're going to be sweaty, and then they're going to take your temperature. We'll see. Again, we'll see how strict. There was a point on our March trip. Again, the tables were already limited to 3 people while we were there. One day they didn't let me stand behind 2 cent. The next night they were not. Nobody was telling me to leave from behind her.
So consistency.
So we don't know. Yeah, let's see.
That's what I'm talking about. Employees or just people in general becoming lax. Later on down the road, especially during flu season when
Eric Lawrence.
Second wave.
Our hearts go out to you. Thank you for
Thank you so
doing the
much.
work that
Yeah.
you do. And then you make a good point, and let's use those UV lights. We do it at my job as well for the goggles and stuff in the lab rooms. So yeah, let's use that ultraviolet light in these casinos. That would totally be awesome.
Pennies. 2 hours deep. Be back in an hour, guys. Well, that was the last one. So I'm worried about the people who have our room before me that watch TV and those sheets didn't get clean. It's true. I mean, errors can be made.
We don't touch the TV. Screw the. Why are you in Vegas? You're watching TV.
That is why I'm so anal when it comes to the bed check, guys, because it's happened to us. We checked into a hotel one time, and you could, even when you're at home, when you can smell your sleep on the pillow. You can smell yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And that's what the pillow smelled like when we checked in. We're like, these sheets were not washed. And it could have been a mistake, but mistakes happen. We're human.
This would be a good question to ask. I mean, I could ask. Richard Wilk probably won't know. He's a casino host, or I don't know exactly what he is now.
Maybe a step up.
Yeah, he might not actually know this per se, but I can ask him if nobody asked him Sunday on Matt's show. But yeah, that would be interesting, something to know. Are they going to use UV?
Yeah, Anthony Smith did say that's the reason why I'm thinking about moving my trip back to San. I sweat a lot walking up and down the strip because of the heat. I don't want to be subject to
That's a good point.
every time I enter a casino.
You got to think about the season that you go so you don't get stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's think about the time that you're going there. Yeah, we check for bed bugs. Never use the glasses unless I wash them myself. Yeah. Again, same thing. Are we bringing our own straws for drinks? Because you notice people grabbing the straws with their hands all the time on the top of the straw. We got to bring our own straw, I think. I would think.
Yeah. We never use the glasses. The only reason why we use the glasses in the room is to maybe prop up our toothbrush, as long as the rim of the glass is way below where our mouth would be if we were to brush our teeth. But we normally just lay our toothbrushes on I make sure the little hand towel is clean. I lay the hand towel on the counter in the bathroom, and we just lay our toothbrushes on the little toothbrush cover. We lay it on there.
Ace, I just got it, man.
Wait.
Sorry, I'm a little bit slow.
It's watching TV, if you know what I mean, especially those special. Oh.
Yeah. I got it.
Thank you.
I got it, Ace.
Thank you.
Thank you. Totally appreciate that. God damn it.
$5 so you can
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm totally sorry. We appreciate that, Ace. A 2-cent doesn't look under the bed? Yes, she does. She looks under the bed. I do. I lift it and I'll lift it up.
Sometimes it was a little too far. I think out of sight, out of mind sometimes.
But that's good to know.
I mean, well, no. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's your skin.
Sorry.
Timmy, yeah, that's your skin temp 2-cent. At work, they wait an hour to check our temps, so we are acclimated. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Sandy, this is true. But again, the accuracy of, we don't know what they're using. I don't know what the equipment, the brand is and things like that. We don't know who's the person on the other end of this temp thing. Like Ace was mentioning earlier, are they going to have a registered nurse at the casinos that deal with this? Yeah. So we don't know. There's a lot of things we don't know. And they don't know. And I don't blame them for not knowing. This is trial and error. It's never happened before.
I even read a news article or watched on the news somewhere where they were questioning whether or not they were checking temperature in the right area, like supposedly the correct place to check your temperatures, like under your arm or something. I don't know. But yeah.
Most beds don't have an under anymore. Why are you checking? Why are you looking for the under?
Oh, I like to think my wife is my special channel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jonathan, I asked the hard-hitting questions like, what's the new going rate on Ladies of the Night? There's got to be some type of discount.
Dude.
Stay away, Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Coco says there may be a Groupon for that. Cool. Hey, the Adapters is on here. What's up, Adapters?
Who's Adapters?
He comes on Movestro Vegas.
Ah, okay.
He's a new friend. Where is he?
Thank you all
Can you
for
say
joining
something?
us. We totally appreciate it. We just wanted to go
Yeah.
over the 21 rules, whatever, for casinos to open, and then lay out why we plan on going in June.
Oh yeah, Adapters. I hate it when there's a dead hooker under the bed.
That sucks.
Adapters, you're a pretty funny guy. I like your comments.
That totally sucks.
What?
Yeah, the dead hooker under the bed.
Was a joke.
I know. Look, I'm making him look like he moves. I'll put that back up.
Yeah. So I mean, my local Harris Rincon actually did have a murder a few years ago. A woman was left under a bed. Yeah.
That's horrible. Yeah, I know Bobby G found a dead person in his hotel room once.
Yeah, that was an interesting story. Thanks, Anthony, for watching,
Yeah,
for
we appreciate
joining
it, guys.
us. Stay safe and healthy.
So again, we just wanted to know your thoughts. We wanted to know what you feel about these rules going back to Vegas. I know some people have to think a lot harder than we do as far as going back because you got to consider flights and other stuff. We're going to drive if we do go back.
Good night, Ace. Thanks for joining us.
And then it depends on whether you're a gambler or a show person or just strictly Vegas food person. All these little factors to think of, plus, you know, the wave of the virus, quarantine, your jobs. So there's so many variables. Did you see the trooper singing Iron Maiden?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, L&D. Oh, Gregory.
Thank you so
Okay.
much, Gregory. Long time no see. Sorry,
Hi,
guys, working
Gregory.
a lot, picking up a
We've
lot
missed
of
you.
COVID tests. Damn, Gregory, be
Ay,
very
ay.
careful.
Yeah, be careful.
We truly, truly appreciate it, Gregory.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank
L&D, thank you so much.
you so much, L&D.
Yes, Hollywood Squares is
Yes.
coming. Again, I just got to wrangle everybody together. We're going to do like celebrity / Hollywood Squares game show.
Good night, New York. New York.
We've got good people involved in the game show. We've got some pretty big people, fun people, Vegas YouTubers. You're not going to want to miss it. I will let you know. Plus, we're going to pick 2 of you guys to be on the show, to be contestants.
Again, guys, check out New York's channel on YouTube. It's really, really cool, guys. Yeah, and Maki, yes. Yellow Productions deserves a like too.
Yep.
When he edits this,
It's already in the description.
It's already in the description. So yeah.
Plus, I was running a little banner on the bottom if you noticed.
I did not know it because I was reading comments.
I know, but multitask.
Sandio, safety first, live and enjoy or find a new hobby. Okay, I was just reading. Okay, guys. I'm just trying to read.
The banner's back.
See, this is what happens when you have 2 type A people.
I get stuff done. I get it all going.
You make me feel like I'm a part of this live stream. And let me have some sort of
attention to
control
Bruno.
here.
Pay attention.
I popped up a lot of these comments on here. I'm trying to make everyone feel.
But I made the helicopter.
See, Bruno agrees with me.
I made that helicopter.
But yeah. We can bring the good questions at PJ's Cocktails.
Yes,
Ooh.
stay tuned for
All right,
PJ's.
is he on? What time is he on? Oh, Eric Lawrence, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Let me get to you here.
No, because
Sorry, Anthony Smith.
Thank you,
great job
Eric.
tonight. Big time, over 100 streams tonight. Yes,
Yeah,
that was
really
awesome.
cool.
And I think that shows that a lot of people out there want to know. They're curious. You know, maybe they didn't see Jello Productions video, and maybe we've just been too busy to get the 411 on what's going on in Vegas and the guidelines that are coming in. But last I heard, this video from Jello Productions was put out. It was a proposed what the casinos were proposing, but it hadn't been approved by the governor. But they have since been approved. Those guidelines have been approved by the governor, right? I think that's what I last
I think
heard.
this was after it was approved. But...
No, this was before.
Okay.
Who wants to bet that Hog is right
She's
and
wrong.
I'm right, or I'm right?
Almost always wrong.
Place your bet.
I'm almost always right. Put your bet.
Oh no, that's for Matt Sunday Live at Hog and 2 Cent. Ha ha ha. Oh, okay. Where are we at?
What?
I don't know.
I don't know what you're doing.
I
was looking at Anthony.
Hands off.
Anthony's thinking about not going until
Bye,
later.
Alvaro. Thank you so much for dropping by. Stay safe in Spain.
Yes.
Adios, amigo.
Yes. Be careful.
Let's see. Bruno wears the pants in this family. That is true, New York.
Good night, Matrix.
He's been running the show lately. He's becoming a little bit demanding. Good night, Matrix.
Please subscribe to Matrix 2021. Vegas Best Ideas. PJ's Cocktails. PJ's Slots.
Vegas, baby.
Sin City Nerds.
You and Steve.
I got a whole subscriber thing on.
Slot Adventures.
Team you and Steve, yeah. L&D Adventures.
L&D Adventures. Who else? Who else is on here?
We totally appreciate it, guys. Stop by the store, redbubble.com. Check for Hog and 2 Cent. Get those COVID masks. Get those t-shirts.
Bonsai Yama review is on here.
Bonsai Yama.
Guys, go give him a like, a subscribe.
Coco's comment.
Why was
She says, check out my comment.
Okay, Coco. See what happens, Coco?
Adios, Alvaro.
No, another one. Obviously, a different one.
Obviously.
Is it the
Oh my
Hog?
God,
You're
well,
5 years old. I'm 7. That one, Coco?
That's about right. Again, we appreciate it. Thank you all for joining us.
Good luck, everybody. Says take it easy, stay safe. Okay, I'm sorry if you're still not on. Good luck, everybody.
Thank you all
Thank
for
you
joining us. We're just over the moon with all the people that joined us. That's totally cool.
Fishing says thanks for the stream. Hog and 2 Cent. Rebecca B says good night.
Good
Okay, so
night,
a lot
everybody.
of people. Heavy D 2 Cent. Did you get a chance to see the Dropkick Murphys concert? No, we missed it. I think we saw the banner, the poster at the D when we were there in October. When did we stay at the D?
Yeah. No, not in October.
In June.
Yeah. Thank you, MDH Slots. We totally appreciate that.
I would have loved to have seen Dropkick. Daniel Ocean, good night. He said good night a long time ago.
We will support other channels. We're not one of those where we're not going to support you guys. If you vlog and you have slot channels, totally have no problem telling everybody to go sub to you guys if you do good stuff.
This YouTube algorithm, it's hard. Yeah.
It's hard.
And with a skeleton crew too, it's even harder. Max Smythe, short stream tonight. Thanks. Good night, Max.
Yeah.
Say goodnight to Shelly first.
Good night, Cinnamon. Go to Cinnamon's channel, subscribe.
Yeah, guys. So, and for those of you that super chatted us, thank you so much as well. To our new member, Kino Kid, thank you so much for joining.
We will do giveaways. We're waiting for masks to come in. The super chat people, we're gonna get you on a wheel and we'll give masks away. Also, the members, you're gonna be on the wheel to be a contestant on the Celebrity Squares or the Hollywood Squares show, as well as the super chat people. So we're gonna pick you guys to be the contestants. We'll let you know as soon as we get it all organized. I got to put 9 people that live in all different parts of the world together at the same time. So I just got to find a good day to get it done. So I'm going to just, let everybody know. And we'll spin the wheel before we do the game show. We'll spin it and we'll let you guys know who's going to be the contestants.
Yeah, June.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I ruined his big intro.
It was going to be fun. It was going to be a happy time.
It popped up like
and
the news notification,
damn it.
and it popped up, and
Roy died.
And yeah, we saw that. So it's a piece of Vegas.
Went out for Roy.
Died.
To my homie.
You could so tell that's empty.
Sunday, no, Matt Bridger,
Thank you, Water, Wilds, and Weeds. They also have a channel.
Water, Wilds, and Weeds, yes.
Check them out.
Matt Bridger will be live Sunday talking to Richard Wilk. If you have any questions,
Yeah, so
ask
we're not
Richard.
going live, but Bridger's asked us to moderate.
And
So
we'll be there.
We'll be modding. Oh, Coach Mo, thank you so much. Thanks for a fun night. Thank you for the $5 super chat.
Man, Coach Mo.
Um,
You didn't have
we
to do
truly
that. Totally
appreciate
appreciate it, though.
There's one thing I thought about that we need, that we could use some of the super chats we've gotten. It's not all of them, but enough. We need a mic. We need an
Yeah, we need to
external
buy
mic
our
for
microphone.
our camera. Because sometimes I'm like, what? What did we just say? Dude makes it through a tiger attack but dies of COVID. Exactly.
Dude.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, again, he's 75.
Yeah.
And he was wealthy, right? You would think they have the best medical care, and it's kind of scary. It makes you think.
Thanks,
It makes you
Eric.
think.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Be safe. Stay safe and healthy.
Kino Kid, thank you. I would have clicked on it, but 2 cents reading
Where?
things. Thank you so much. That gets us in the heartstrings.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
Kino.
that.
Appreciate it. Kino Kid won a huge hand pay on Movestro Vegas.
Yeah.
So that's another channel. If you guys aren't subscribed to Movestro Vegas, check him out. Every Wednesday night he does a live stream. He bought a slot machine, and he can actually print out Tito's. And he always makes it clear that those Tito's are not worth anything. But whoever wins the biggest amount for that night during the live stream, he mails out a Tito for you. It's pretty cool. The sound of the machine, I highly appreciate those live streams that he does, because it brings the sound of Vegas into my house, and I love it.
MND, we got something answered. We were asking about this tonight. Ace of Vegas, actually. Venetian's going to bring employee team of EMTs, which is good to know.
That's good to know.
So now we have like actual professionals there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gregory. Weak immune system.
Roy.
Yeah.
So my concern is, I was aside from being diabetic, and I'm in my 40s, I've been suffering from anemia like for over a year, and I'm starting to feel the same way I did, and I'm worried that I'm starting to become anemic again. So that alone, with the anemia, I'm struggling to catch my breath just walking upstairs. The last thing I need is a respiratory illness. You know what I mean? So I'm terrified of this thing, you know. And here I am talking about going back to Vegas.
Yeah.
God damn it. Hashtag degeneracy. Joel, thank you. Thanks, guys. Appreciate. Stay safe. You too, Joel. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for the job you've done, June. We appreciate that.
Yeah,
I mean, that is not an easy job. That is reserved for saints.
We'd want you sitting by our side anyway, you know, just to hang out and meet you.
Thank you, Coco.
Yeah, Kino Movestro is awesome. I will, Coco. I will. I'm trying my best.
All right, guys.
Have a good night. Thank you guys so much for joining. Hit the like button if you haven't on the way out.
Subscribe. Become a member if you are not.
Yes.
If you want to get some.
And if you guys are new to our channel, you just happen to stumble upon our live stream, check out our Vegas videos. Go back to 2018 when we started our first vlogs, Vegas vlogs. They've improved, I would like to think.
A little bit. There's more to come, and there's really cool stuff to come.
Yeah, Sandy, I'm gonna eat steak, iron pills, and spinach. Yeah, I love spinach. I take iron pills daily, but when I was when I did have anemia, I was taking 2 pills a day, and now I'm back down to 1 because the last blood work I had done, my levels were normal, but this was back in December when I did the blood work.
But yeah, Gregory, a lot of us have parents and stuff, and so it doesn't matter if we survive it. We got to worry about the older people and not giving it to them.
Yeah,
So we got to be responsible.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Good night.
All right.
Eric. Good night, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Love you all. Thank you. Yeah. I'm going to have to cut this and edit everything.
No, don't cut it. All right. Bye. Love you all. Thank you.
Later.